just a bloke in a bar.
Can't see. Ooh.
How's Tom Dearden scoring 2 tries?
You see my eyes?
Who is that?
I can't tell who that is.
Who's that? Mate, who's that supposed to be?
Is that Dave Warner?
He flogged you last night. Maybe you forgot.
You're wearing a Dave Warner
cuss.
mask? Okay.
You can cuss from his big cock hitting your head.
Are we on?
Certainly more attractive.
I am recording, yes.
Who is that?
I don't know. Can I have one of those fucking pens?
You guys got CTE from Tommy's big dick.
Sorry, dude. You know what we're going to do? We're going to be disrespectful and chew into the microphone.
Okay, New South Wales, I got no class.
But who is that?
He's your
Something
daddy.
like that.
He is your state's daddy. You will call him dad from now on. Daddy Dearden, baby. That's what you should call him.
Head to begoodhealth.com.au.
Daddy Dearden, eh?
You can call him Daddy Dearden. I'll call him Tommy Dearden because he's a fellow statesman. You can call him Daddy Dearden.
How do you find these blokes?
He's got the strongest hips in the game, you know that.
Where do you find these guys?
Somewhere up north, we wrangle them from birth, and we just...
Like those things when they go on, like, you know, trying to, like, that like, truck where you try and wrestle steers, like wild steers or some shit. You know the thing I'm talking about? The big metal claw?
I believe the Alpha bloke showed us
Yes.
when we were up north.
That's how Queenslanders wrangle their next goat.
they use
They
they get water buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, with the helicopter and that. Yeah, yeah.
And then
That's
they
how
just
they
got
get
this big
Dearden.
arm that comes off
Yeah.
the side.
Hooks it around their head.
Yep.
Is that how you hook?
I think so.
Hook your halves.
Yep, absolutely. He got hooked from probably, I think he's from Brisbane initially. So somewhere out in the suburbs of Brisbane.
You don't even know where he's from.
Well, he's from Queensland, I know that for sure. So do you.
Well, you don't know that for sure
Thank
because
you.
half your players aren't. So
I
you don't
think
know that for
so,
sure.
40%
Because they literally, they
You
hate
don't
your,
know that for
they hate your
sure.
state so much they'd rather play
You
for
can't
us.
know for sure.
But you don't know for sure because
Nah.
most of your players aren't born there, so you can't say that
40%.
for sure.
Nah.
But let's not get into that.
No, I'm
That's
just
not
saying.
what this
No,
is.
I'm just saying you can't say for sure.
Sounds like you're sore losers.
No,
That's
I'm
what
just
it
No,
saying.
I didn't say. I'm not.
Yeah, yeah. It
No, I'm
sounds
just saying
like
you can't say for sure. That's all.
Listen, Daddy did, and he puts fear in people, so maybe that's why you're trying to look
Hey,
for excuses.
hey,
You
Campy.
don't want Daddy did and spank you.
It's
with
not an
big
excuse.
cock.
There's no excuse here, mate.
We lost. I'm
lost.
saying. I'm asking where you're getting these blokes from. That's what I want to
And
know.
I just said the suburbs of Brisbane, we wrangled him in. We brought in the Broncos. We treated him really poorly because we wanted to build him up and build some resilience. Then we sent him up north, and he turned into one of the goats.
Yeah, look,
How do you make shit players play good?
it's an indictment on the Broncos.
How does that
Yeah,
happen?
that's the thing.
No,
You
that's
make
all character,
shitters
mate.
play
No,
good.
his time with the Broncos was character
I
building.
want to know how you make shit players play good when they
Because he doesn't even play.
No, I
he
think it's
doesn't
the
even play.
reverse.
And like,
How do you
he's-
make good players play shit?
Well,
Exactly.
it's a great point.
Well, I think I've got a theory.
We've got too many good. We're too good. That's what it is.
too
We've got
good.
too many good fucking players.
I think you didn't clean your bum from last fucking game. Shit
It's
the
like
bed.
it's like
clean your bum.
why doesn't Conor McGregor fight anymore?
Too-
what I
too
mean?
much
'Cause
fart
he's living.
sniffing.
The life's too good.
Yeah, silk pajamas. And
Too
the,
much fart
the
sniffing.
state is silk pajamas.
Your
You know,
whole
like-
state, Dutch oven after game
No, but
one.
like New
it was
South-
a state of a Dutch oven. You're
Yeah.
farting your own, you're sniffing your own farts.
Yes.
Dynasties, all
Yeah.
that thing, and then
No, we
Daddy,
did.
then Daddy didn't pulled off his belt and he spanked you.
Yeah. No, we
Yeah,
did.
no, we sniffed our own fluffs.
We did.
100%.
But
But
as-
why?
as
But
he
how do
says-
you make shit players good? That's what I want to know. If we picked Shibasaki in our side, he would have let 50 tries in. That's like, and that's with all due respect. Do you know what I mean? When you pick these blokes on debut, they win they win like players of the match. When Jared Mullen got picked, his career ended. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I definitely do. I definitely,
What's going on?
you know,
Explain it to me. I need it explained.
but that's the thing. It's one of those things that words can't really explain. It's the spirit of Queensland. You know that. You don't want to admit it.
But listen,
But
no,
we don't know what it
We don't know what it is,
Yeah,
though,
I know,
because it's
because-
observable, but you can't observe it as
Mate,
well. It's there, but
it's
I don't know
dark
what.
matter. That's what it is.
That's actually what
That's
I said
exactly
today.
what we said.
That's actually what I said today.
Really?
Yeah,
That's-
swear to God.
It is.
Yeah.
It makes up 90% of the universe. We don't know what it is. And that's what Queensland spirit is. It's connected to dark matter.
That and listen, Dan, I want to come on here and be as honest and open as possible.
I respect that.
with you and mate.
How open?
You'll find
your
out-
arsehole
you'll
was open
find
last
out it's open.
night.
Well, okay, calm down now, mate. And my arsehole's always open for you, buddy. But that was
Gaping ham.
Holingham. Birmingham.
Tom Birmingham.
Tom Birmingham. That was both the worst series loss I've ever witnessed and the best. That was fucking incredible from Queensland. It was incredible.
I appreciate that.
They fucking sick. They suck. Sorry, like they're just a shit team, and like they shouldn't have won it, and they did, and that's Queensland spirit, and that's like why I can't help but respect Queensland, because your side was we still don't know who Trent Leero is. You know what I mean? We still don't, and he's an Origin champion.
No, but that's what, again, it's back to what I'm trying to get at. How do you do it? I don't know what Trent Leero looks like, and I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be theatrical.
I'm trying to be disrespectful.
If you're like, I'll give you $1 million if you pick him, I wouldn't be able to. So and yet he's played pretty well, and he's got a shield.
Well, he's played 3.
How's it happen?
Games.
How do you do it?
Listen, I think
I want to know.
Bush poetry stocks, they're back. You know.
Oh, they're all the way
Well,
back.
he actually put it away.
But we don't know that. Did you see him talk
publicly?
Publicly, and he brought it back out at the halftime speech. If you saw the video of him at the halftime, he was in deep flow of Bush poetry, and he got the boys buoyed.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty easy at fucking 20-0, but
I'd be talking more about his pre-game stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, nah, but listen, game 2, we did that to you in game 1, and game 2 we let it slip. That's what's crazy is you guys, if you just had converted your goals in game 2, you would have won the series.
And that's why I've been so nervous all week. Tom can vouch for me. I've been worried about it because I'm like, this should be already done, and the fact that it's not done is not good. That's not good at all.
It's the worst.
You know what pisses me off as well? Is it just like, Queensland just stuck to the plan, just completed their sets? I'm like, what fucking grade are we playing? Is that all that's required? Complete your fucking sets?
Well,
is that it?
But to a degree,
surely that's not. Surely there's got to be more.
But to a degree, it is.
I know, and that frustrates me. I'm like, what are we talking
just
about?
tried to fucking offload every single time we had the ball. Let's just offload again.
Unless your name's Latrell Mitchell, stop it. We're not
going to give it to Latrell.
Well,
we're not going to go near that guy.
Unless your hands are divine like Latrell's.
We're not going near him.
Cut the crap off.
Oh, sorry.
Why would you pass the ball to your best player? Why would you pass the ball to your best player? Why would you give it to him with 5 metres of fucking space? Don't try run shape with the kid. Just give him the fucking ball. How about that? Instead of playing it to pass to the best player on the field, I'm going to dink back in field and give it to Stefano flat-footed.
Flat-footed Stefano greater than rampaging Latrell Mitchell.
You know when I know it was over for you boys? When I saw Billy Slater hot and throbbing during the week on your video, ball playing with the boys.
Yeah, dude, that's when it really started to worry me.
Yeah.
He's running shape.
That video did well.
Yeah.
Because the people knew.
They knew, and it was a good omenary spot or vibe or whatever it was.
He looked good, didn't he?
Mate, when Billy Slater's running
when he gets on that angle?
When he gets on that angle,
it's like that. It's like the MJ angle.
It's like skiing around corners when you're skiing. You
know the angle though. You said, I remember that shape. That form of Billy Slater. You could paint it that.
If they did like an NBA-esque logo, but for the NRL, and they had that angle, you know that's Billy Slater.
Absolutely,
it's Billy angle.
And he got angled. He got almost horizontal to a degree. That's how far he was leaning over. And when I saw that...
It's a side angle, you know?
Yeah. It's like when the ice skating, when they lean in around the corners. It's like that. And so when I saw that, I just knew when Billy's running shape with the boys are getting buoyed.
Apparently Thurston was kicking as well.
Oh, that's
great
stuff.
As we said, Dan, coaches shouldn't be running shape at training.
Yes, absolutely. Coach should not be running shape at training. Well, I just think it blurs the lines.
Well,
between player and coach, it blurs the lines.
If they show them up, if the coach shows that player, that's just going to be in a couple of situations. There's a couple of situations.
You don't want to blur the lines, mate.
Well, you don't want to make it blur the lines.
Don't blur the lines, mate.
I just see the bloody blur the line.
Now,
it's fucking working.
Listen, boys, I want to be gentle today.
Did you take that fucking mask off?
I want to be gentle. But you did say no team with Kurt Mann is beating us in Origin.
I don't remember saying that.
You did say that.
No.
Nah.
Nah.
What? Nah. You're not allowed to do that.
Not us.
Deny till you die, bruh.
You can't fucking just say no. You're supposed to be like,
Shaggy defence.
You can't take the Shaggy defence here.
Wasn't me, man.
Picture this, we were both Maybe
it was Roo. Maybe it was on the Monday show.
Yeah, it
with
might have
the
been on the
nerds.
Monday with the nerds. We don't say.
But the nerds. Oh.
That sounds like a nerdy thing to say. I don't even know who Kurt Mann is.
Yeah.
Listen, what do you reckon, like at what minute, you know on The Simpsons when you're like, at this moment, this is when his heart broke? At what minute do you reckon New South Wales realised that they were getting absolutely turkey slapped again?
By
Grant's
like the
try,
30th
maybe.
minute.
Yeah, Harry Grant's try was actually.
When-
I
when-
felt
when-
turkey slap when Dearden first scored his try. I go, okay, so even like when we're trying to do things right, it's not going to happen for us. Like even when we're trying to do the right thing, it goes.
When
wrong.
it was 14-0. When it was 14-0, mate, it was just fucked.
yeah,
Okay.
we're done.
We're done.
Okay.
We're
Now,
done.
I will say, you might have stolen all the talent in the state with that video before the game. I'll give you credit there. You guys
Do you
know
like
I'm- you guys know I'm honest. I'll give you credit there. One of the great snippets all time.
Well, at least we're having a crack.
Yeah, we're doing our best.
We're
mate.
having a crack.
We're gabbering for the state. you know?
We're having a crack, at least.
And you dyed your beard black as well, which is respect. How come you didn't dye your beard black?
Because he said if we he was so confident we would win game 2. He goes, if we lose game 2, I'll dye my hair and my beard black. I was
Yeah.
like, mate, I got a Q shaved into my fucking head.
That's true.
That's how
true.
confident I was of winning that game.
Okay. You know why I love this hair dye now? Is that people, every time they look at it, they've got to be reminded that we lost game 1 and still won the series.
You love it though, secretly.
Yeah, you do. Dan and
I
you're a
actually
fucking
don't.
Big fan.
No, I don't like it actually, to be honest.
I actually
Bullshit.
think you do.
I was going to shave it last night, but then I was like, fuck, we're going to Vegas.
I reckon he likes it.
wasn't- he was
Nah,
not gonna
I reckon
shave
you
it.
like that beard. You look like a midlife
No,
crisis.
because I look like a fucking Lego character. And I get looks, and it makes me
A
uncomfortable.
Persian Lego character.
I don't
Genuine
know.
question, boys.
Yeah, mate.
What is it?
Is it
like?
genuine?
This
Is
is
it gonna be
this
a
comes
genuine
I
from
want you to be genuine because you're not presenting genuine.
You don't even look like
You're
you.
wearing a fucking David Warner mask, and I don't know what's going on.
Listen, I got a genuine question for you.
Okay.
Are you guys? Do you dislike winnings Origins? Because it's about
Doesn't sound
5
true,
Origin
yeah.
series in 20 years now. Is it because you
There's worse
dislike
stats.
winning?
There's worse stats. We've won one of the last 4.
That's
One of the
not
last
worse
4?
than 5 and 20, is it?
Now, because those years, I would think winning 4 of the last 8 is just as bad because we've had a good team. The other years we were shit.
Yes, but I
We
think...
were dog shit.
Yeah, but if you think of 20 years and you're like, oh, if
5
someone
and
told
20.
you in the next 20 years you're only going to win 4 or 5, and you're like, oh, fuck.
well, the percentages are the same: 1 in 4, 5 and 20, same shit.
One's
25%.
One's longer.
25%.
So,
One's longer,
like, do you dislike winning? Do you not enjoy it in the change room? Do you go back and go, oh, that sucks?
What's been particularly disheartening about the last 4 years is that we are fucking good.
Yeah.
You look at some of those sides like around 2012 and she like, oh, you know what I mean?
The 8 straight years.
And your team was like full of immortals. So yeah, on some level you can make your peace with it. But the fact that we've been fucking good, and this year in particular, Denon, they're so much more settled this side. We've got leaders in there now. We've got blokes that have won shields and comps. They're a settled unit. You've got the best halfback in the world, club halfback in the world. It was just like okay, sweet. I'm gonna have a daylights. You just felt like this is our time to shine, baby, and that's what makes this so much more difficult. And off the back of it, I talked a heap of shit.
Which we don't usually do.
I don't usually do that. I'm usually super measured, and I wasn't able to, I felt like I could take the restraints off.
The shackles?
The shackles. I was unshackled, Tom, and I could speak my mind freely, openly, and purely, knowing that there wouldn't be any consequences. Because we would dominate and we would hump. And Joey promised me we would, and Phil Gould promised me we would, and Freddie Fittler promised me we would. And Cameron Smith was scared, which was a nice sign. And it's fucking blown up in our face, and it's made us look like cucks. And
You've been in the cuck chair for 20 years.
It does. We look like cucks.
We are. I think we're a state of cucks.
After that
I think we're a
performance,
state of cucks.
that's the worst I've ever seen
That's
in my
the
life.
worst
It's not even
series
close.
loss ever.
It's not even close.
Fucking
Heads must roll, Devon.
Nathan's head has to roll.
Heads are rolling.
Nathan's head's rolling. With respect,
Get the axe.
Laurie gone.
See you, Loz.
Get Laurie out of here.
See you, Laurie.
Get him out.
What Matty say in the green room? Laurie had done 4 Indigenous games in 10 years. I mean, like, he's been out of the game for too long.
Well, he's not a coach.
He's not a coach. Nathan Cleary's got to have a breather.
Well, Nathan Cleary's got to learn to play Origin football, and like from all of the different podcasts I've been listening to, run the game, brah. Oi. Run the fucking game. You're the 7. Run it. Don't let Jerome Luai kick ever again.
Oh, that's good.
What's going on? Defense coming up quick.
Kick him behind.
Kick him behind.
We don't know what we're talking about.
We don't know what's going on. I'm
regurgitating.
parroting other people.
Yeah.
We're regurgitating.
The fuck's going on?
I don't know what I'm watching.
Why isn't Latrell getting the ball, Nath?
All I know is that our shape looked like shit. I'd argue pretty much shapeless.
Mm-hmm. No shape.
And I'd be like, why aren't Latrell and Critter getting the seed? Tell me that.
Yeah.
Why don't you fucking riddle me that?
We were putting up these rank, shitty kicks that no one was chasing except maybe Liam Martin.
Dude.
Except maybe Liam Martin. He's got no intent for the ball. He just wants to knock people's heads off. Which we love him for.
Yeah.
But he's not an aerial threat. What is this
No one was
shit?
chasing, dude. No one was. New South Wales kick chase was fucking
Oh, he was fucking toilet.
disgusting.
Some of the kicks no one was chasing at all.
What about that one where Critter kicks it in the in goal and then it was only Cam Murray and he's kind of like, where the fuck is everyone, dude?
Cam Murray.
I think Rue put that video up. Sorry,
Connor Watson.
Yeah, and he gets out.
And he gets out.
You know what makes it worse? There was actually one in the first half as well that happened like that too.
Mate, no one was chasing.
No one was chasing.
Very strange. I will say, do you reckon that this is finally the year that New South Wales learn some lessons?
Well, what would they
I've
be?
learnt one. We've learnt one. We're going to refer to this as like year 2025, as
Yep.
in if we've like next time we've got a rock star side that is just like people just go undeniable. I'll go, mate, 2025.
Yeah, because like the dynasty chat after game 1, it seems to be like a recurring theme where you guys get now.
That was reasonable. That was fair.
No,
That was reasonable. See, that's the problem.
reasonable.
That's the problem.
That's
I've
fair.
now drawn a line in the sand. 2025. This is the year.
This is the year.
Mark, chalk it up. Chalk it up.
Chalk it up.
Yeah, when one of the greatest sides on paper got demolished by people that need to win name tags. That's what happened. That's just a fact. It's a fact of life.
Being 1-0 up, where you beat them in Brisbane.
We won at Suncorp and we won in a canter. We're in second gear.
Yeah, all the chat was like, imagine when we play well.
What we didn't realise at the time is that second gear is high as we can go.
Yeah.
We've only got 2 gears. In fact, we've got 2 gears and then a heap of reverse ones. Like, we can be shitter.
Yeah, we struggled to hit second gear.
You know, when I knew that just the Queensland spirit was just throbbing through the boys, is actually towards the end of the game when Critter scored, and just watching Lindsay Collins, he knew he was going to score. He didn't have to keep chasing, but the front rower, he's played bloody 50 minutes, and he gets across there to make sure that Critter is scoring in the corner. That's what Queensland spirit is. It doesn't matter about the result. You're chasing because it's the right thing to do.
That Val
That's
Holmes
Lindsay
can
Collins.
put a fucking shot on.
Val Holmes shot in
Val
back rowers.
Holmes can shot
Kurt
back-
Catewell shot in Liam Martin. I mean, it was everywhere. But Lindsay Collins, that bloke, when he puts on a Queensland jersey, he is undeniable. Like, the front rower chasing like that Critter, even though he's going to score,
monster.
that's doing the right thing, even though the result's not going to suit you. And that's Queensland. That's what they did last night, in my
Did
opinion.
Spencer Leniu come on too late in the half? Or are we just don't know what we're talking
I just think you guys should have been patient. I just thought you were so impatient.
That's exactly how we're game 2.
I don't get
I
it.
just kept trying to score off every play. Shit, offloading, fucking throwing. Like, what is going on here?
And like in the first few sets, I don't understand why Cleary wasn't kicking. Like, he was getting tackled late. Then Luai would kick. It'd be a 7-tackle set in the first set, I think. And then I just don't understand. I don't understand, and we spoke about this last night. I think that there needs to be a complete reset button on the halves in Origin, with Moses obviously having a clear advantage at the moment.
Moses should be at the front of
Yeah,
everyone.
but I think Katoa needs a fair opportunity next year as well.
Credit to me and Guru, who thought Moses should have been halfback. Shit.
But I think that there needs to be a complete reset on. There should be no mortgages on any jersey except for Payne Haas and Brian Tyler, in my opinion.
Yep.
I think they're the only 2 players right now that you could say lock them in. They should, even if they're injured for a bit of the year, if they come back and play solidly, they should get in the side. Outside of that, I think it should be.
You wouldn't lock in Critter?
Okay, I can go Critter. Yeah, I can go Critter. But yeah, Toto and Latrell were just so good this series. Like, they were great.
Toto and Latrell.
Haas.
Sorry, Toto and Haas. I thought Trell was great last night.
Trell was good last
I think
night.
Trell's had a pretty good series. To be
Yeah.
honest. I think
Yeah.
he's been solid.
I don't think he's had. He's been given nothing. I actually don't think.
But with what he's been given, he's been good. I think.
I'd have Trell there again. Don't worry about that. But
Brian is undeniable.
You know what's
Payne Haas
crazy?
is undeniable.
The craziest thing, though, you guys won nearly every stat and still got beaten essentially 13 plus. I know there's a try at the end there, but
Nah, it was 13
no,
plus.
Well, no, it wasn't 13 plus.
But essentially it was.
Well, no.
But that's what's scary is that I think that's where,
Spiritually it was.
unfortunately, a lot of the blame has to fall on the key spine members. If you win all the stats and you're getting beaten by 12 points or whatever, I think a lot of blame has to go on the spine members. And unfortunately, I think with Cleary, he's probably just got to go back and reset.
We got to pick shit players, Darren. That's what needs to happen. We need to stop picking. There's too many cooks spoil the broth or some shit. I don't know what the saying is. Too many cooks fuck the team.
Too many cooks in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Spoil the broth?
Too many broth spoilers, dude. We need to just go back to like fucking nobodies. We got to find nobodies.
Can we start picking out a second grade?
I mean, certainly, so I'd look into it. I'd be prepared to consider it. But Cam McGuinness, he's not going to be demanding the ball. He's not going to call it over. He's just going to get in there, lose a couple of teeth, make some tackles.
Listen, I tell you who you did miss. Bloody Cam Murray.
Of course
Once
he missed
again.
Cam Murray.
Once again. That guy must be...
Well, he's the only bloke in our side that can find his front, Denon, and that's a technical term. We are so pathetically slow in the ruck. It was toilet stuff last night.
and that was my actually issue.
But our halves, once again, our halves are the issue. Once again, as always, our halves were the issue. Super impatient, didn't build jack shit, didn't get to points on the field. The kicking was awful. There was no intent. There was no plan. It was put it up and hope stuff. That's all it was.
Have you seen Cleary's quote since?
No.
I think this is, it's good to see him being extremely honest about his appraisal of his performance. He said, "I feel terrible. It's just so frustrating. I've been here before and it happened again. It sucks. At the end of the day, I haven't delivered in the Origin arena. I'm the harshest marker of myself anyway, so I don't really think that what other people say is out of line because I probably think that of myself anyway. I let myself down and I'm my own high standard. It's frustrating."
Oh, it's good, mate. I like hearing it.
I
like hearing it, but I mean, if you would have to be blind or like just completely out of it.
Helen Keller stuff, deaf, dumb, blind.
You'd have to be deaf, dumb, and blind not to hold that opinion because like stats are stats.
Results, bro.
Results are results.
Do you ever
Thanks,
like,
lad.
and you can be honest here, this is a safe space. Do you ever sometimes like in the darkest depths of your despair over the last 20 years wish you were a Queenslander?
No. I wish we had some of your...
You can be honest though. Like,
No,
I know we've got people watching, but you can be honest.
No, absolutely not.
Definitely no wish
I
for
wouldn't, mate, like...
Didn't you say at one time that you wish you was a Queenslander?
No, I think I said I like Cam Smith or something. I don't know, but
I like your players.
you got good players.
And you got good people up there. Good people.
good, honest, hard-working people.
I'm a big fan of Queenslanders.
They climb trees. They work hard.
Yeah.
They fucking farm.
Yeah.
They what
Surf.
else they do?
They fart in public.
They fart in public.
You know, they're
they
good people.
spit. You know, they love a golly, I think, the Queenslander.
Proud golly people.
Yeah, well, the golly might even be one on their crest.
Yeah, the
So
coat of
listen,
arms.
we the coat of arms, the Queensland coat of arms, just a golly. We got a lot of respect for Queenslanders. Definitely don't want to be one though. Golly, not our racket.
Really?
Nah.
So you hate yourself a bit.
No, I don't hate.
Well,
yeah.
I hate myself now.
Right
yeah.
now.
No, right now I hate
Right
myself.
now.
Yeah, 100% I do. I'm not shying away from that. I hate myself,
Yeah, and the state.
and I hate that team.
Hate the team.
I got the ick from that team.
Yeah, the team
It's so
fuck.
funny how quickly the ick can come on. Like I was glazing those boys a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, "Ooh, you make me."
Yeah. Clean them out. Get the gurney
And now
out.
I want to get the gurney out, man. I want to get that gurney out.
But the
There's
first
blokes
person
that
gurney,
need to go.
It's Loz first. I just want to see him like tumbling down the bloody...
Loz, go. Halves, see you later.
Are you a cursed state, do you think? Like,
Mate, if I'm getting the gurney out last
No, we're not
night
cursed,
and I'm
mate.
gurneying people that had shockers, I'll tell you, Loz, see ya. Nathan, see ya. Luai, see ya.
Max
Lomax,
King.
see ya. Max King, see ya. See ya. Who else? That's where I'm starting with me gurn.
Yeah.
Gurning. Hudson Young, see ya. Gurneyed, see you later.
Really?
Too many errors.
He
You can't come on for 20 minutes and have 2 errors
Love
every game.
him. Every
It's
game
madness.
comes on errors, and then he takes a grubber kick. Like, excuse me, sir.
No.
Excuse me.
Your error rate can't be one every
This
10 minutes.
is
It's too
not
high.
your thing. Run hard, be mad. You're a fucking weapon.
No
Don't kick
errors,
the
no
ball.
penalties. No errors, no penalties. which it hasn't happened.
And I love Hudson Young.
Max King, but I'm just like, they reckon he's 6'2" and 113 kilos. I reckon he looked 80 kilos.
80 kilos dripping wet.
75 kilos.
Holy heckers.
6 runs, 35 metres. That's 80 kilo stuff.
Okay.
35 metres, you know? Like, you could throw someone that far, too.
Oh, man.
What do you think
What do I think?
of that?
Who would you, Gurney, from New South Wales?
Mate, I
You get off the
Based
fence,
on
you
based
fucking-
on last night.
Mate, you say that every time, and I give my opinion every time.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll get off the fence.
then, lad.
I literally have already said it. I
Mate.
literally said
Who would
the
you
only
gurney?
two people
Who
that
would you
get their
gurney?
jersey.
Who would you gurney?
Who I'm gurney. Cleary's gurneyed. Luai's gurneyed.
Lomax? Off that life for last night's
Lomax,
performance?
the jersey is back up for grabs. He's back
Yeah.
up for grabs.
Yeah, he was bad last night.
But I wouldn't go like he wasn't good last night.
he
I'm
was
not gonna say-
2023 Lomax.
But
last
I
night.
wouldn't say he can't get. Whereas like the problem with Luai and
He
Cleary,
can get it back. So the gurney is a permanent gurney.
not a
is that what
permanent.
we're
It's
saying?
at least for a 12-month
I
period.
think,
I think.
no, the Gurney is you're not in the team next series.
Like, the problem
doesn't
with-
mean you can
yeah.
never to tour again.
Yes, like the problem with Luai and Cleary, unfortunately, is that it doesn't matter how well they play at club because they've already played as well as you can play at club, and it just hasn't seemed to
you
work
can't
out.
get any better and convince me.
And so that's why I feel like this is a challenge for Cleary's career. He's done everything in the game. He's hit a roadblock. Everyone goes through it. I think Cleary over the next 12 months goes back, rebuilds, and then he gets himself back in the frame. Probably, maybe not next year, but the year after.
But that implies we lose next year.
I don't think that happens.
Well, I'm not sure.
I've never
Could be
been more
injuries.
confident
Injuries
we win
always
next year.
happen.
If we win next year with Mitch Moses, then it's just like that's
Yeah,
it.
but injuries always happen. Injuries
they
always
do.
happen.
Well, he's
Katoa,
injured
another
now.
year under the belt. You know, maybe he never gets back.
I think the Penrith
Maybe he's
system
played his last Origin game.
gone. The Penrith system, Gurney, all the way
Mate,
through.
Dylan Edwards. Dylan
mate.
Edwards safe, but he's just. I think it's.
He
it's
threw
too-
some shit balls though last night off the back of shape.
He
that
is.
found the
He's
grass.
safe, dude. I need someone who's
Rippin'?
going to make me feel sexy and dangerous, and he doesn't give me that. He's too safe.
Well, nice guys finished last.
Yeah.
I just think the Penrith system isn't suited for Origin Rugby League. I think that it's suited, incredibly for Clubland. And I'm not blaming it solely on the Penrith system. I just think that because they've got that core of Penrith players in there, it just hasn't seemed to click as well as they thought it would.
It's too system based.
They couldn't.
We were saying,
I was
like
surprised at Plan B.
Origin's vibe. It's like plan B, C, D, E, F,
Well, that's what
G.
Munster
You know
and
what
did,
I
no,
mean?
they're
Like,
pure
it's
vibe.
it's like endless plans. You're feeling it. You're fucking. It's off the cuff. Rugby league, and they seem to be
Well,
incapable.
Munster is literally he's vibe personified.
and that's why he's such a good Origin player. And
Shout out to Cam Munster,
Our
by the
boys
way.
I don't think he's looked at a
seem-
game plan once in his life.
Our
No,
boys
of
don't
course not.
seem to be able to play that way.
Like Munster, seriously, if you put a game plan in front of him, he'd probably implode.
Well, we've said this before, and this was early career Nathan Cleary, and he's obviously evolved into one of the greats club players. Aphantasia, which is the inability to have a mind's eye, so you can't see anything. You are not creative. So Cleary processes, systems, plans guy. Tell me what to do, I do it here to here to here to here. Whereas
It's like
if you-
memorising a map
Yes.
back in the Gregory's days.
Yes.
Do you know what I
He's
mean?
a Gregory's map.
Whereas Munster's like, ooh, like we're going. Which direction am I going? East. I'm going to
Munster's bush bashing. He
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck where he's going.
No, he'll go off road.
He's just off roading.
He'll go, mate. He'll hop out and he'll fucking.
He does these
shit,
ones.
punching me tired. Guess I'm walking now.
He puts his
He's
finger in his
just-
mouth
He'll lock
and he
the,
holds up.
mate. He'll lock the hubs. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he'll lock the hubs.
He'll
and
lock
get
the hubs.
Yeah, yeah. But
He'll lock the hubs and he'll let the air out.
Shout
Low
out to
PSI and he'll
Feathers.
get onto the fucking sand, mate.
No, he's the kind of guy that licks his finger and puts it up in the air to see which way the wind's blowing.
Yeah, dude.
You know
Doesn't look at
how
apps.
Cam Munster gets there as the crow flies. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whereas
Absolutely.
we're sticking to the roads like losers.
And then if you're sticking to the roads and then there's like a tree across, you're like, oh fuck, what do we do? We're just gonna sit here now until like the SAS come and clean it up.
You know what Munster does? Munster will run a red.
He'll run a red.
He'll
yeah.
run a red light. Like he won't take the piss, but he'll like if he's just late, he'll run it. Whereas Nathan stops at yellows that have just gone yellow. It's like, come on, bro.
Come on, we can't. That's not how you win.
You're leading
know
the
what I
state.
mean?
You've got to break the rules a little
Well,
bit.
it's just a bit boring and it's a bit predictable.
As I said,
too predictable.
all jokes aside, I just think he needs a reset. You know, he's going to be so good at club this year. Oh, fuck, he's going to rip now because he's going to be motivated. But you got to remember, like Joey didn't have his moment till 30. There's still time for Cleary to come back. I just think he needs a full reset.
Joey won series.
I mean, Cleary's
They
won series too.
Yeah, but not deciders.
I know. I'm not putting him back in
Zero
immediately.
deciders.
I'm just saying that he.
And Joey had man of the matches before by that.
So
I
has
mean,
Cleary.
so has Cleary's had him as well. But yeah, listen, not the same.
How many has Cleary had?
Joey also had Dallies hanging out his arse.
And how many
as well.
did Joey have? Hey, can you get those numbers?
You remember too, we're
Dally
comparing
M's-
him against the greatest player of all time as well. Like it's.
Well, that's
But that's where people have started to put him off the back of full comps.
Yeah, but
and it's
So that's
premature.
you do draw comparisons with Joey now. Yes, you do.
but
and you will not live up to him unless you pull some wild shit.
and that's what I'm saying. I think that he needs to fully reset, go back to clubland, rip. He will rip. We know that. And then when he's 28, 29, 30, a bit more seasoned.
Mate, he's already 27.
There's
He's not that-
he's not that young.
He's not that young.
Oh, but I'm
Wilson
not
from
saying because he's young.
This
That's
is
why
his
he's played
eighth
like.
series.
What I'm saying is
He's the most capped New South Wales half.
he still has time to have his moment. I'm not saying it's
but he
going to
has
happen.
played 8 series, which is
Yeah.
not nothing.
I get it. I do. You got to remember, Joe was coming off the bench as a 9 at times for the Blues.
8 series is a lot of series. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you. I'm saying that he shouldn't be selected probably even next year, and they should probably go with Moses if he's fit and he's played some games.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there is still a chance for him to have his moment. I actually
I want
believe
him to have his moment.
kind of like Mitch Pearce to a degree when he came in that last game, he threw the pass. I know he didn't like set the world alight, but he had his moment in Origin.
Yeah.
And I just think that don't write Cleary off just yet. What's harder, to bounce back from what he's gone through or to win 4 premierships? I reckon it's harder to win 4 premierships. I'm a big believer in Cleary, but I think he probably needs.
Well, he's done that, so it's clearly easier.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair. But I think that even if he is playing really well next year, I think that you need to look at what system are we trying to play, what type of rugby league are we trying to play, and pick a 7 that suits that. And it's probably Mitchell Moses in Origin because he's a bit more off the cuff in Origin at this stage.
I didn't. It was. You watched that last night. I'm like, what's the game plan here? Like, what's the plan?
I just what we spoke
What have you
about
been
this.
doing all week?
The thing that I was really surprised at was that, when the game started, you could tell Queensland had a plan to up and jam the centres and the ball players.
Which they did. They're offside all night, but it is.
Well,
what it
that's
is.
not true. But anyway,
No, you were offside all
Okay,
night,
sure.
but that's Origin football,
Sure,
and
sure,
that is
sure.
game 3 after a decider's been locked in. Klein,
But like we didn't do anything about that.
But what I was so surprised at is that we've seen Cleary at Clubland adapt to that, and I didn't see them adapt to that at all by rolling a grubber in behind. It's 101. Even as a winger, the only way you get kept honest from jamming in is if they roll in one early behind you, because then you always have to think, oh shit, they're willing to roll in a grubber. And guess what? Your last try towards the end, what was it? A grubber in behind the winger.
Yeah.
And I just was surprised. They should have done that early in the game because it would have changed everything about our defence because we had to worry about it. And I just think that's one big error from the halves.
Because every time Latrell got the ball, he had to do some gnarly flick on, which always landed because he's a freak. Like, that's because the winger's offside, the centre's offside jamming in, were in his face. But you're right, they didn't adjust at all. It just didn't seem like... I honestly was sitting there, I was thinking this morning on the drive-in, being like, what were they doing for 10 days?
Well,
like, legitimately, what the fuck were they doing?
You know what I reckon happened? I reckon they got rattled from that first 10 minutes, and then he went back into autopilot mode, which he knows, which is that drop-off game where they just drop off underneath, and go through the middle, try and tire the middle, which is a Penrith style of footy. And I just think he got caught in the moment, him and Luai, because they started just doing that drop-off thing. But in Origin, you're not going to fatigue the opposition. They're all the best of the best. That's why that system doesn't work.
Mate, that drop-off shit to flat-footed Stefano, I'm like, what the fuck?
That inside ball to Lenu, I couldn't believe. I was like,
Dude,
I was like, what is going on there?
That was so bad. And it was like Trell's outside you. And Lenu was just standing there. I can't help but feel like Aaron Woods has to answer for some of this.
It's definitely his fault. I feel like he's the sole.
He's got blood on his hands.
He's got blue blood on his hands because everything was good until he spoke up.
Who was it? Someone was like, fucking, why would you fire up Billy?
You fired him up.
Why would you fire Billy
One of the greats. One of the greats got fired up.
Why would you fire Billy?
Look, some positives though.
Just on Joey Cleary. So Cleary's won 2 man of the matches. Joey's won 4. I guess the difference is Cleary's 2 man of the matches was in 2020 series loss, 2022 series loss. Joey's man of the matches was 96 series whitewash, 2002 I think that was a drawn series, 2003 1, 2005 1. So
man of the match in winning.
Also, he still actually can win the same amount of man of the matches if he has that series.
Yep.
As I said, I wouldn't be picking Cleary next year. I think he needs time to rebuild his game. However, I believe in Cleary. I'm a fan of him. I think he's going to bounce back eventually. I really do.
I believe in him.
I don't
believe in him right now.
I don't.
That's fair. That's fair.
I like him.
Respect. I'm with you too.
I have no
We're
idea.
all on the
whether
same
he'll bounce
page.
I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
I think we are. I'll tell you what.
I just think everyone for like every year and before every game has been like, nah, this will be Cleary's game. And he just isn't doing it. So it's like, all right.
Fair. And I'm happy with my hand up. I was the biggest believer. I was wrong. Absolutely wrong. I got it wrong. I thought he was going to be his moment. I thought he'd kill
said
it.
it every game this series.
I think another way of thinking about this is if you went back and asked greats who've all sucked off Cleary, and rightfully so, because he's an incredible player and he's doing incredible things. If you were like, let's say in his second season where he just wasn't really having the impact that people wanted him to or thought he was capable of, if you were like, in 8 years, do you reckon he's had his moment? I reckon every single one of them would have been yes, 100%.
Fair. That's absolutely fair. Because you can't say he hasn't been given an ample opportunity for it to happen.
Exactly.
He has.
He's the most capped halfback in New South Wales history.
And so that's why I don't even think it'd be good for him.
Really? Wow.
That's why I don't even think it'd be good for him to be picked next year, because it's going to be immense pressure. That's why I think he needs just to rebuild for the next 12 months, focus on club footy, and then reconsider being selected, in the following year. If he...
But they'll win the comp this year and make it fucking difficult again.
No, because he's already won it fucking 4 times. Who cares? What difference does it make?
Because then there'll be an injury or something. There'll be between him and Katoa, and then we're like, oh shit, what do we do?
Now, some positives. Brian Toto, surely you worship at the altar of Toto.
Well, we all do, don't we?
Yeah. Love Toto.
Bro, this guy, I've already said it a bazillion times, he's the greatest winger of all time, and it's not even a question for me anymore. Like, it really isn't a question. He's got he equaled the most tries in a series, I think, for New South Wales last night.
5 or 6.
I think he's got the most tries for a New South Welshman now, and that's not even the best part of his game. It's his bloody running game, 230 metres or whatever last night.
And they don't kick to him.
It is just, and they are barely ever kicked to him.
And he looked a little laboured last night, I thought.
Yeah, and he was
He barely trained.
It's just,
he's a freak.
He's an absolute freak of nature. Absolute freak of nature. Now, can we speak about how fucking hot Queensland were?
Yeah.
Can we speak about that?
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Is that Tommy Dearden's Joey moment? Coming in game 2,
I reckon it is.
winning, and then going to fucking man of the match game 3. Like, that's as Joey as
Winning
you
the
could
Wally.
ask for.
And what's crazy, he's already done it in game 3 in 2023.
Yeah. But that was just some hot
You know what I will
shit.
say? Munster, Matty John's got a lot of pushback when he said he's arguably in his top 5 ever Origin players. When you think
Top
about
10.
it,
He said top
what happened
10.
last year? No, but he said last night on his show.
Oh, he changed
said,
it.
No, but he said he might even be in my top 5.
Oh, right. Yeah, because when he said it to Cooper Cronk, Cooper's like, what?
Yeah. But think about it. Who were we missing last year?
Yeah, I know. Cam Munster.
Cam Munster.
Yeah.
Anytime we have Munster, aside from like one series or whatever, we rip.
He's also that long hair is just.
When he got rid of that mo, I knew you were
working.
done. If a man gets rid of his mo before business or work, you know you're done.
And he's growing out the locks.
Yeah.
It was just,
It's a great point. People don't think about that last year.
No.
The Munster wasn't playing.
Like he wasn't playing.
Like we did at the time, but it's been erased from history a little bit.
And so, for example, in that decider at Suncorp, where we know Munster gets a hard on and plays like a fucking demon, would have he been worth an extra 6 points when the game was on the line?
Would have he broken open the game inside that 65 minutes when it was the grind? Probably, yeah.
And so I think Matty's made a great call. You know what else is a friggin' unbelievable call? Okay, after game 1, guess who went through all the numbers, punched the data, and basically backed Dearden to win Player of the Series after game 1?
Heard him.
Sugar
did.
Yep.
Oh, was that
Did it on NL 360 in front of everyone. He was like, hey guys, just so you know.
Dude, Sugar can punt.
Yeah, he can.
Bro.
Sugar can punt.
So on Fox, on NL 360, he got all these stats together and he was like, the Player of the Series and the Clive Churchill are always between ages 25 and 28. Then he was like, these are the 4 players that are in between that age. He said the 7 of the last 8 winners are between this age. And then he was like, Tommy Dearden at $61. Get on him. He's the guy to win it.
Fucking.
It was like after the first game. So it would have been June 1 or whatever, or June 10 or whatever.
Sugar, a few years ago, picked Osako to get most points for the year at 100 to 1. And a few years before that, he picked Maka Sivo most tries for the year when no one had heard of him at 100 to 1.
And he picked a while ago for the Knights to go back-to-back 0 tries for the game. Literally this season already.
He did do that.
I like the way his brain thinks,
Jesus.
looking that shit up.
I also picked every single Roosters try scorer from their game on the weekend at $106 to 1, so whatever. Not a big deal.
He doesn't seem to give a shit.
No, he doesn't care about it.
I care.
yes.
I was letting you go through.
No, it's cool, man.
I care. It's good. 106.
So, yeah, it is, man.
That's good, mate.
Brian Toto broke the record for most tries in a series.
Of course he did.
So,
Which is how many?
well, it was 5. Now he got 6.
So he got 6.
I thought he got 5.
Well, he got 1 in game 1. 3 in game 2.
Should have been 4.
Did he get 1 or 2 yesterday?
One.
Oh, okay, I take that back. He equaled it.
And he also ran for fucking 1,000 metres every single game. He's so good, man. I don't get it. I don't understand it. He's still only like 25, 26 as well.
That's what he did. He broke the record for most tries for New South Wales ever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's 26. He's going to be the record holder forever.
Oh, he's coming for GI.
But for New South Wales, no one's getting close to it.
What's he on now? 11?
He's on 12 now.
12. Ooh, he coming.
English is on
coming
like
for all
18 or
belts.
something.
He's coming for all the belts.
All the belts.
Billy Slater's stocks rose again. Like
Right.
they were sort of in the dumps a little bit. It had been a fucked series, and he was becoming a bit of a meme with the poetry. But
he believes in the poetry.
no,
doesn't
I
he?
know.
but he
But
put
if
it away.
you don't win, the poetry becomes a meme.
But he put it away.
No, but I reckon he still believed in it. He just didn't let you guys see it.
But he just listen. He was with all the shit he had to
whispering
go
it.
through for getting absolutely dominated by Aaron Woods, and then embarrassing himself, and then to come back, all of the Munster stuff.
To have to publicly apologise about a topic so serious on game day of game 2.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the greatest Origin coaching performances I've ever seen.
On his birthday as well. That was on his birthday.
Think about what he had to work with as a squad. He won game 2 and still made changes. Like
He apologised on his
sack his
birthday.
coach.
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't know that.
Had to sack his captain. Sorry.
That was gnarly.
And the person that he replaced him with won the Wally Lewis medal. I honestly believe it's one of the greatest Origin coaching feats I've ever seen. Like with what he had to work with. 2 debutants in the centres that honestly wouldn't even be called into camp to help out the Blues.
No
how
way.
far they were away from it.
We'd throw up at the sight of those.
And they go out there and they,
No
essentially
autograph stuff.
essentially do their job to a 10 out of 10 degree. Like, you're never going to hold Critter and Latrell. You're not going to wrangle them for the whole 80 minutes, but if you can just wrangle them for most of it, that's that's an incredible job. And that's what they did.
Are you going to publicly apologise to Robert Toyer for the shit you spoke about?
So before the show, guys, Roosters posted us talking about Latrell versus
Talking
Toyer
shit.
before game 1, and I said, if I'm the Blues, I'm getting Trell early ball to trying to put fear in Toyer. And so
Toyer's
I just would like to apologise.
Toyer's a cuck and Toyer's a kid, and
Didn't say
Trell's
that.
going to dominate him.
I would like to officially publicly apologise to Rob Toyer. If you would like me to prostrate myself before you, I will do that.
What's that
Prostrate
mean?
yourself.
Is that like when you get on your knees or something like that?
I don't know. I've never heard prostrate, but I'm going with it.
Prostate?
No, prostrate, I think. Or prostrate.
Seppuku yourself, mate.
I think it's... Maddie should have it up there.
Sepookies.
Prostrate, lying stretched out on the ground with one's face downwards.
Oh, he's
I would do that.
Just go and lay on the ground in front of him.
Yeah, the almighty leader, Toyer, if you request of me to prostrate myself before your feet, I will do that as a penance for my sins.
Okay.
A penance.
It'll be a penance. If you want to spank me,
I think
I'll get spanked.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
that's.
wow.
I just.
If you want to
think-
give me a paddling, I'll get
I just
paddled.
think next time you need to remember the platform you've got, the audience you've got, and the influence you have, and to be talking shit about one of your own like that's pretty.
He's a kid as
disappointing.
well.
Now,
That's-
to be fair, I did actually say he was selected because he's got the best defence of any centre in the competition. I did say that, but they didn't add that in the little clip, unfortunately.
I don't think you
Of
said
course.
that, mate.
I did say that. I did say he got selected because he's the best
I don't
defence
think
centre.
you said that.
I did say that, mate. We
How
can
many, how many series has Billy Slater lost as a coach or a player, and how many's he won?
I think he's only lost one series as a player.
And he's lost.
No,
one
sorry,
as a
2.
coach.
He would have lost 2. 2018 when he won the player of the series. 2018? Yeah, he's won New South Wales.
He's lost
14.
I think he lost 04, but I'll check.
Fucking
yeah,
hell, he's been around.
So maybe 4 or 5 out of 20.
But he's won, and he's won. He's lost 1 and won 3 as a coach.
Yeah, as a coach, I reckon.
Has he only lost? Have we only beaten him once as a
Yeah.
coach?
He's won 3, mate.
I reckon he should ride off into the sunset. He's got a horse to do it as well. He owns
he-
horses.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Why wouldn't ya?
I think there's a world where he goes. This series was a lot emotionally.
Yeah,
it's
and it
pretty,
probably couldn't get
pretty
better.
intense.
Bro, why would you stay longer than 3 or 4 series?
I
Like, bro,
don't
get
think-
out.
I think you've got to be mad as a cut snake to stay longer than that.
Mate,
this
he-
is perfect.
He didn't even want to do it initially. He just did it to help out.
No, I think.
You go. He
And
literally
we all
owns
want,
horses.
We all want the best for Billy.
Yeah.
And
That's all we
there was moments this year where I'm like really, if we want to reflect on it, like his reaction to the Woodsy thing, I'm like,
This guy's not having fun.
you don't seem to be enjoying it, right?
He
Or
didn't
like,
seem like he enjoyed it as much
It
as he
just
did
seemed
the
like
first
it was overwhelming him, and
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want to do that again for another year? Because
No.
there'll be something else.
100%. There'll always be something. Always be something.
There will always be something.
I think I know Queensland will probably want him to stay on for sure because he's so good, but I just think that, like, mate, don't use him up and spit him out. Like, look what happened with Freddie. He stayed a few years too long.
Mate, look, yeah. All you need to do is look what happened to Freddie.
And the state chewed him up and spit him out. And, like, yet when you actually look at his record as an Origin coach, he's only second to Gus Gould.
And that, like,
the media
if Freddie retired after 21, he'd be the exact same.
Yeah, he'd be a hero. And he made crazy changes that you're reaping the benefits from now. And so
We
with
just
Billy.
lost. I don't know about that, but yeah.
Well, but, you know.
No, you're right. If Freddie went after 2021,
Hero.
that would have been perfect.
Hero.
Wins 3, loses 1.
Slater's 11 from 16 combined.
Fucking hell.
Jesus. That's so good. So I reckon he rides off into the sunset. He's got the horse to do it. We all love him. He can still do his bush poetry on media because he's with 9.
Yep.
So we've got that as well.
And he's got his horses.
And then, look, I think Hane's been around that system for quite a while now. Nate Miles as well. You know, I know it's not the same as Billy Slater, but, you know, he's been in the system for quite a while.
Dirty player.
Nah, Nate. Nah, you want to hear? Nate is a grub. We'll call him a grub.
I swear,
Why don't
like,
we call him a pest?
he is the last
Beat
player.
both of those.
I feel like he's the last Queenslander that you guys truly hate. You know what I mean? Anytime he comes up on the screen, I reckon it pisses you
Well,
off.
he played for Manly, so it was a soft spot in the heart for a full Manly grade.
In Queensland colours, yes, I agree with you.
Fucking hate him.
If he's playing for Queensland, like he's probably one of our most hated players because he would just put his borrowed all over players, mate, and Gal had to smack him.
Justin Hodges.
That was such a pure Origin moment.
Yeah, he
pure.
did not wobble him in the slightest.
No, he didn't, but he landed him clean.
Yeah, he did land him.
But
clean,
Nate's a
mate.
big boy.
He's a big boy.
I let him.
Now, Carrigan was outstanding, had a man bun as well, too. Does that hurt at all, that he man bunned?
No,
Yeah.
it does.
No,
it
it
does.
does.
We've been over
Yeah,
this.
it's like strands.
Obviously, if you get mani pedis and
Anal bleaching.
facial and anal bleachings, and you got long slutty hair like that, it's
He's
annoying.
such a slut.
He's such a.
He's
Carrigan's
such
such a slut. He's
He
a
is.
slut.
But he got bashed by Reynolds. That's a different story.
Wow.
That's all I've got. So that's all I bring up.
No, listen, he was great. Papa was great. That's just narrative. That's Queensland narrative. We were saying this on.
That's young.
the
Did you
Hello
say
Sport
Papa with his
podcast.
boy?
Queensland have an ability, and this might be a part of the Queensland spirit, but you can bring back old dogs and they can play again. I don't know if that's part of the spirit. Your
Well,
old
Matty
shitters
Johns
can
reckon
play
you need
again.
an old dog for the hard road, mate.
But like we can't. We might have brought Freddie back once, but Freddie's like generational. Like, but you can just bring back fucking Papali'i.
And you
He
could
just
see
dominates.
Tino was loving it. He was
It'd
like,
be like us bringing back Aaron Woods.
oh, Josh Papali'i, he's not Aaron Woods.
Well, what do you mean? They both play for Sharp.
Josh Papali'i is substantially better than Aaron Woods
Well, that's
Why?
disgraceful, mate.
because of everything he's done.
Well, mate,
He hasn't won a comp.
What's he done? Played Queensland, sick. Aaron Woods played for New South Wales. Played for Australia, sick. So did Woods.
Oh, but you could tell Tino was loving it. He looked up to the big fella.
Tino
Big
was
Puppy.
frothing, bro.
He was frothing at the bit at the start of the
Billy
game,
said he was like a puppy dog.
which is a big puppy dog.
You know-
he was like a puppy dog around training.
You know what's crazy is we went from dominating you in the forwards in game 1 to like we looked
like soft cocks.
small or something. I don't know.
mate, you know who's the
Flaccid.
most unsung hero from Queensland, in my opinion, is Ruben Cotter.
He's always the best though. Like
He
he's
was
just
a weapon.
He's a Queenslander.
Like he doesn't play on the edge ever, and he was a weapon on the he was
No,
a
he's
weapon
a
game
beast.
too.
He's been a Wally Lewis. He's a former
Yeah,
Wally Lewis
few
medal
years
winner,
ago,
isn't
yep.
he?
We're scared of Ruben. That's why we make fun of his height.
Yeah. Put him in our pocket.
Because we're scared of him. You know what I mean?
Obviously, we can't put him in our pocket.
It must
That
be
was just
so
a joke.
thick, I reckon. Just the way he gets about, you know.
You think what?
You reckon he'd be thick?
Yeah, big boy.
That's
cock.
really crass.
Oh,
That is
fuck
crass.
off.
That's crass.
That's so
Coming from you,
crass.
I'm talking about his core.
Jesus.
Yeah,
No, you
You
won't.
weirdos.
What, you reckon he's got a chode?
He's got a thick core.
You reckon he's
That's
got a
where all the
chode?
power
He's got
comes
a
from.
chode?
You reckon he's got a
Core.
chode?
No way.
You said...
No way. I'm
You
talking
reckon
about
it's-
his core. Thick core. He's so thick.
Yeah, right.
And you guys can't handle the thickness on the edge.
We couldn't handle it.
couldn't
No,
handle
we
the
couldn't.
thickness.
Well, we
couldn't
couldn't
handle
handle
the-
anything.
You couldn't handle the girth.
We couldn't handle anything, mate. That's a fucking fact of life.
You couldn't handle the girth of Cotter. Let's just be real here.
We also didn't really have a crack at tackling last night. There was a lot of like limp dick attempts. There was some limp shit out there,
Limp,
mate. There was
limp,
some fucking
flaccid,
limp
weak.
shit.
We also
It's
would've-
like, okay, if you don't make this tackle, I'm gonna fucking blow your brains out. Like if it was like ruthless like that, they're making that.
Yeah.
They're making those
It was
tackles.
attitudinal.
It was attitudinal.
The kick chase I couldn't
It was
believe.
attitudinal.
It was attitudinal,
soft as
dude.
fuck. It was
Yeah.
rank.
We also would have picked Reece Walsh as New South Welshman because we just pick hot, good
Well, we
players.
would have been like, do you pick up chicks?
Yeah.
And if you do, then you're getting picked.
Yeah.
Then Hammer, like all of a sudden, turns into the safest fullback in the history of the game. Where
Yeah.
did that come from?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, he literally dropped an easy bomb to cost the game. Comes into Origin, doesn't drop anything,
Yeah.
and rips.
Except his nuts on our face.
It's true. Very true.
You know how I said that Billy Slater's won 11 from 16?
Yeah.
I counted back when was the 11th last time New South Wales won Origin, and that was in 1996, and those 11 include every single one of Joey's series wins.
So wait, like the last, so 11 wins ago gets up for New South Wales, gets back to 96.
96, which was Joey's first win.
Holy. So that's 30 years essentially, nearly.
Yep.
That's
If you just go back 11 wins, 11 single
series
wins.
wins.
11 series wins, it's 96.
So you're 11 from 30 years.
What? Jesus. 11 in 30. What's the overall record now?
Have a look.
We'd be like, what do you reckon, 10 ahead?
I think you'd be 9 or 10.
Yeah.
I think you're 9 ahead.
Now, just quickly, don't forget, it is Vondura vs. Zoo 2, July 20. I'm going to Vegas thanks to KO. Also, we're drawing the Mazda BT50 next Monday, so keep your phone next to you. We're going to FaceTime you. Make sure also to grab your grumpy coffee and also the great Good Day. Go to begoodhealth.com.au. Use code DMP. You pair it with subscription. You get 20% off. I had mine today. So easy. So I'm in a rush today. Tired as anything. Woke up late. Kid was rolling around the bed all night, and I didn't have time. So what did I do? I just put in my pocket, walked through the door of Sportsbet. They booed me because they're all New South Welshmen and women. But then I had my Good Day in my pocket, and I just put in the little glass, put some water. You know what's good about the Good Day? You don't need a protein shaker to shake it up and make it go in the water. You just pour it in and then mix it up with a teaspoon, and it goes through the water. It dissolves. And that's what I did today.
That's an endorsement from Tom
That's an
Deere.
endorsement
I did, and literally, and you didn't have to pay for it.
by Tommy Deere. And there you go. That's powerful stuff. I had my daylights earlier, and it's brought me all the way back because I was as dehydrated as dehydrated. See what I mean?
Well said, mate. I've had two daylights today, actually. That's how dehydrated
Salty
I am.
goodness, bro. I'm going to have another one. I love it. What's the overall record, Matty?
I don't know if it's updated for this year, but 17 for New South Wales, 26 for Queensland.
Yeah,
Say it
that's
again?
right.
17 for New South Wales, 26 for Queensland. Might be 27, not sure.
No, because I remember looking like a year, maybe a couple of months ago, and
Do you
we
know
were
what's
up by 8.
Do you know what's interesting? Well, then it's 9 then. There's only, like, if you just as a matches, it's only 10 as well. 71 to 61. Because there's never any sweeps.
That's crazy. That is
71 to 61. So it's
Yeah.
fucking
Tight.
it's still tight. Those series are killer. It's a killer.
And also, don't forget, guys, to get the best discount off your NordVPN, go to nordvpn.com/blokeinabar. Our link will give you 4 extra months on a 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast description. Okay, just going to get this up here.
Fucking Queensland.
Okay.
Fucking Queensland.
And KO, guys, the matches this week are Knights vs Storm, Saturday 3 p.m. Dragons v Roosters 5:30, Cowboys v Bulldogs on Saturday. NRLW also kicks off, and the FIFA Club World Cup final this Monday 5 p.m. It's Chelsea versus PSG. You don't want to miss it. And the boxing event of the year is coming to main event on KO. It is Zoo versus Fondora 2, one of the great fights all time, the first one. And Manny Pacquiao returns at age 46 to take on BC middleweight champ Mario Barrios, exclusive to main event and KO.
Give it up, man.
No KO subscription is needed to get there. Any final words as a state? What do you say to your state? Is there anything you could say?
You fucking pathetic. You should be ashamed. That was pathetic.
It was pathetic.
That was the most pathetic series loss I've ever seen in my life. That was disgraceful.
Yeah, it was the worst series loss I've ever seen in my life.
I reckon it's the worst series loss in the history of the concept. That's how bad it was.
Worse than 2020, you reckon?
Fucking
Yeah, because
oath.
2020 was COVID, mate. No, it doesn't even count with respect. I know you guys like to count it, but it doesn't count.
It doesn't count, mate. This
one counts.
and we won at Suncorp, game 1.
This one counts.
We had your neutral and the home ground to get it done.
We
Pathetic.
sucked.
I think also it's the first time we've won in Sydney after losing game 1. I think that's a stat as well.
Fucking.
Is that a stat? Is it?
I think it's a stat. That's a
We
stat.
were. It's also the manner in which we lost. We got humped last night.
And we did not but just the first half in game 2, to then come back and almost win it, but you had that first half, to then not have learnt your lesson and to do the exact same thing in the first half again.
No, that's
just like that's fucking criminal. At home, in front of your people, in front of the proud New South Welsh men and women,
in front of your people,
kids, men, women, babies.
How do you get dominated in the first half of game 2 and not be so up for the first half in game 3?
I was so surprised with
It
how
doesn't
flat they
make
were.
any sense to me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know you need to start strong in Origin and you come out limp again. Idiot would so maddening. Laurie's got to go. I'm sorry.
Laurie got to go. That's our
respect
final word.
what you've done for the club, for the state over the years, but like
Time to go, bro.
you got to go.
You can't. If you want to,
Your job's not tenable after
If
that.
you wanna
That was
be-
the worst loss in the history of the concept. You can't fucking stay around after
if you
that.
want to be uninspired, watch his press conference after the game.
So there's no hope's left the building.
Do you think that they should have locked Madge down and tried way harder to make sure he doesn't go to the Broncos?
Mate, he was always going to the Broncos. He wanted to be a
coach.
first grade coach, and Broncos is like, hey, pay me to say it's the glamour club of the NRL. It's one of the glamour clubs of fucking world sport. It's certainly in Australia.
But do you
maybe
think
world's
that-
a bit stretchy, but you don't say no to the Broncos gig.
I get
You just
that,
don't.
but if you in negotiations initially, the Broncos weren't even an option for anyone because they were going great. Do you reckon the Blues could have been more aggressive in their negotiations? Like, if we're going to pick you, you've got to be locked in for these 2 years.
Listen, sure, maybe, but also, did we need to pick Laurie?
That's also it. Do we go back to the guy that never won anything except the statistical anomaly?
Except the statistical anomaly, which is like, these things happen. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I understand
I just
where you're
don't
coming
think
from.
it's almost like the implication was the only person in the entire state that could do it was Laurie.
And that just doesn't feel like it's the truth.
That feels disingenuous.
Who's next then?
No idea. And that's terrifying.
But there'd be people.
Cam Smith, he
I
got
would
it.
like.
What's Cam
I
doing?
wouldn't be asking me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking. I'm not
Mate,
the
I reckon
guy.
we could all do it. Get there. Oi, early ball, Trell, try. Done.
Or you complete your sets.
Oi, run hard, tackle hard, kick
If
to the
they jam in
corners.
defence, trickle one in.
Trell,
Cleary,
early
don't get
ball.
tackled on the fourth, so you can't
Well,
kick
he
it.
won't be playing, so there won't be any issue with that. We won't
Great
be picking
point.
him.
Great point.
That's done.
And go
Game
out there
plan
and
done.
show a bit of ticker
Show it a fucking
and
go.
set the tone and whack these Queensland pricks early. Don't go out there and be limp.
I will say I do have a lot of respect for him messaging Munster, hugging Munster after the game. That was classy.
How about Toto had his dad's name written on his arm?
That's so classy.
Yeah.
That's
No,
classy.
listen,
I
Munster's-
really like that from the boys.
I love
That's-
that. Munster's the man, and even though we lost, and I am fucking furious about it, even after we
It's
finished
nice.
the stream and they're in the green room, I was like, the silver lining to this waking nightmare is Munster getting this moment, and
And I love Munster.
Yes.
I can't help but absolutely adore the man. He's one of my favourite players.
Yep.
So I'm super happy for him.
Where do you
Super
reckon?
happy for
Where do
him.
you reckon he ranks as an Origin player? Honestly,
Currently playing, he's comfortably the best current player. It's not even close, I don't think. I can't think of anyone that's near him.
All time, I don't know. He's up there, but I don't know.
the top 10.
I'd have to sit down and think about top 10.
Of who I've watched,
Yeah, who I've watched.
mate, there's pretty much all Queenslanders with like a couple of New South Wales.
Yeah, maybe a
maybe even
Joey.
just one.
Joey and Freddie.
Freddie.
Joey and Freddie. Maybe when it's all said and done, you'd put Brian in there.
Brian Fletcher.
Brian Toto.
I know, mate.
Maybe. He's head and shoulders the best of this generation. Since the old dogs retired, he's head and shoulders above everyone else.
Maddie, if you do you believe Laurie should get another opportunity, or what are your
Do
thoughts?
you believe in life after love?
I was wondering why they picked Laurie in the first place, because I feel like they had Freddie, they moved away from Freddie. They get Madge an actual coach who is proven grand final, like a great coach. He's done it at rep level, he's done it at club level. We win the series. And then they're like, you know what? Let's go back to someone that's coached 4 Indigenous All-Stars games in the last 5 or 10 years.
They didn't win those either.
I can't believe they didn't go to a normal coach. I think that Matt King was I think Matt King was part of the contenders. He was an assistant coach last year. He's been an assistant coach to Robbo for 10 years. Like, I don't know if he would have won, but it would. He has far more credentials than Laurie did. So, that decision, I'd like to know why they picked Laurie.
Does the administration have something to answer for by the fact that in the last 10 years it's 4 wins out of 11 series?
Yes.
Of course they do, but no one answers shit,
No
mate.
one
You know
bloody
that.
talks to us anymore.
No
mate.
one talks to us anymore.
No one fucking answers the
no
phone.
One says no one answers the phone. No one. You can't get an answer out of anyone. There's no accountability. They're
Why
all
don't they
scared
we can
shitless.
go with the Manly approach and just hire Mick Ennis for 9 years?
No, but not now. We'll get him in 2030. Just lock him in.
Yeah,
now.
lock him in for
Like, what are we
2030.
talking about, mate? Great points, Matty. I think you've made really
great points. by you.
measured thoughts.
Considered.
Do you know what our problem is though as well, Denon? Mm-hmm. And it's called like generational trauma, or it's like flow-on effects from things of the past.
It's passed down through biology.
Is that because you dominated us for so long, we don't have any greats from that era? It's like they were like wiped from the record books. Do you know what I mean?
You always
Like,
give it to fucking Boyd Corner.
like we can't go, I'm going to give it to bloody Trent Hodkinson. It's like, that doesn't feel right.
That's no knock on Trent.
No, it's not, but do you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
Do you know what
Paul
we're trying to
Gallen's
say?
the only, he's a legend from that
whole
era, but
generation
he's not
wiped out.
doing it.
It's a generation.
We've lost a generation.
It's like World War, you know? A generation was lost to the war. We had a generation lost
It's the
to
lost generation. It's the lost generation.
He's
They've been lost.
The lost generation.
There's none there. You're like, oh, mate, maybe we get Thurston to do it. Maybe we get Ken to do it. Maybe we get Billy to do it. Like all these cunts, on and on and on and on and on and on it goes. And we're like we don't.
We don't have anyone.
Mate, I can't even really remember who was playing.
Let's
back
get
then.
Bo Scott to do it. Let's get Ben Cray. What about
Greg
fucking
Bird. Greg Bird's not going to do it. You know what I
No,
mean?
let's get Justin Paw or whatever his name is. The great Justin Paw. Can he come back and coach? He's after an Origin game he played. Maybe I think he did once.
What's Kurt Gidley up to?
Yeah, what's Michael Wayman doing?
Where's Noddy?
Where is Noddy? He's coaching. He's coaching at the moment. He was at the Tigers.
He's
a bit, wasn't
coaching the Sheilers at the Tigers.
So, the lost generation's starting to hurt. Because we've had to skip that and go back to the glory days again. So what's Laurie doing? Who else was great? Man, you know who'll get it after him. They'll give it to Ricky Stewart. They'll be like, Ricky, do you want to do it?
Who's that Quinn fella from the Storm, that winger?
Anthony Quinn.
Anthony Quinn.
he was a gun.
Oh, sure.
I tell you what people aren't talking about as well is after game one, everyone's like, shit, the influence of Bellamy, you can really see, he's...
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, Bella's like, but I don't know, I was involved, man. I
didn't say I was just there helping out.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
Me? I was just cutting fucking oranges,
blame me.
mate.
Fuck me.
I was just hanging out, lad.
Me? I was involved.
I was on box seats.
No.
Josh Dugan.
Get Dukes in there. Fucking
Get Dukes to do it.
Mate, he'll rip. Okay, boys, let's get your tips for the weekend, all right? Let's get your tips. Sharkies, Dolphins.
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 Sharks suck, missing the 8.
Dude, misprice here. This is value. Dolphins.
That's a misprice.
Now you take your mask.
That's
off,
a
mate.
misprice.
A misprice.
It's misprice.
Don't you reckon?
Dolphins win.
The Sharks should be that heavy favourites?
No, I bet the Dolphins are missing Nicodemo in the halves. They're missing quite a few players, Dolphins.
He's sweet.
Sharks suck though.
And they've got the second coming of Jesus Christ himself.
Literally Katoa. Talk about the pressure New South Wales is going to put on Katoa now.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! We just need a healthy, fit Mitch Moses next year to just pad for a bit.
Like, he's the saviour.
We just need to
Katoa's the
pad.
saviour.
No, he's the saviour, dude. We always have a saviour.
No.
And then
you treat him like shit.
Treat him like shit. Ruin their life.
Nah, but is he the saviour?
He's pretty fucking good.
No, but is he?
He's
I've been here before. I've been here before.
But that's it though. It's
I'm
like,
with you.
We've had
It's-
saviours before.
Don't rush him in.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
fucked
Everyone
us
just
before.
shut their fucking mouths.
we're like Morpheus. We just
You
keep
should have a
looking for the
Katoa
line.
ban for the next 12 months. Just
Yeah.
not allowed
The
to say
one.
his name.
Who is the one?
Nah, rush him in.
Just put Moses in. He won it for
Yeah,
us.
No, I
Moses
know,
and
but it's
Katoa.
injuries. But injuries,
Put
Matty.
Katoa at 5'8".
No,
Nah, fuck it, mate. Put him in.
no.
You either sink or you swim. What Dearden's like 9 years old. How old's he?
Yeah, but Queensland, we've been over this.
How old is
Queensland-
Dearden?
24.
Mate, they could pick
How
a
old?
fat
24.
bloke off the street and
24?
he'd do a job.
24.
He's
Yeah.
24.
He's 20 fucking 4.
I think he's the second or third youngest Wally Lewis medal.
How old was he when he
That's
debuted?
Rando.
He's been playing for fucking 10 years.
He was like 21 when he debuted, I think.
Yeah, so we can't do that.
Well, that's what it's about. Nathan, he's still got a lot of time to catch up. It's like, but But we got a fucking
That's the thing.
24-year-old doing
no,
it.
well, you see, he can play till he's 38. He might do it in his 38th year. It's like, but Dearden's doing it now. What the fuck?
Give me it now.
And Dearden did it in his first game when he's what, 20, 21?
Well, it was 2022, so that would make him 21.
So he's
Fuck.
21. So that's
What's that noise?
that's wind.
wind.
That's the wind.
Okay.
That's
Sounds
the
like I'm
wind.
in bloody dune.
What
or
did you
something.
think that was?
Mate, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was air conditioning getting out of control. How's the wind getting in here is more my thing. Like,
Through
That's the
vents.
ghosts of the Lost Generation.
yeah.
Oh,
Haunts
Yeah.
us.
8 in a row.
Well, it was actually like it
See if that ghost
was actually 11 in 12, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I think it was more than that. I think it was fucking.
It was 11 in 12. It was 8, then
Yeah, it was 11 in
the
12.
anomaly, and then
I
3.
like 15 from 20.
I know you do, mate. I can tell
That
you
sounds
started
fucking
it.
hot.
I don't want you to think I'm being disrespectful here. I'm
No, I'm leaning back too. I'm fucking tired as shit.
I'm fucking-
I like 20. What is it? 20. What is it? 20 from 30? Or sorry, 19 from 30. I like that too. That sounds hot.
Jesus Christ.
That sounds fucking hot.
That one Matty found out about 11 wins ago was 96. It's pretty crook.
That is like pretty fucking insane.
I was 7
So
years
we're
old.
11 from 30. Is that it?
Yes.
Ooh. 11 from 30 is not very good.
No, it's not.
So what you're telling me? It's 19 plays 11. It's not too bad.
Oh, all right. Next game. Newcastle Knights versus the
Storm gonna fuck them
Storm.
up. It's gonna if you want try scorers, if you want to look at like juicing some bets,
juicing up.
yeah, just this is a try scorer smorgasbord bloodbath. Storm fuck them up.
Do you reckon?
Dragons Roosters.
Roosters.
But the Dragons will probably drag him into a shitter of a game, so I wouldn't waste time watching it.
They might. But
Do not watch.
Rando was saying the last couple of games have put 42 on them.
I know, but I don't know what I'm talking about. So of course, I'd say something like that.
Yeah.
Cowboys Bulldogs.
Cowboys upset.
Warriors Tigers.
Do you reckon the
Tigers.
Bulls have fallen off at Bulldog Town?
I'm a little bit worried about the Bulldogs. They're 1 from 5 against top 8 sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Cows.
People need to take a closer look at who people have played. You know what I mean? Just because you're at the top of the table doesn't mean you're going to win the comp.
It doesn't mean you're at the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, people go, oh, mate, they won the regular season. They must win their fucking comp. Not how it works,
And that's
bro.
not how it works, lad.
That's not how it works. September football, different breed. Read a book. Let's keep going.
If you can read. If you can't read, it's going to be difficult.
Eels Panthers.
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 Watch them go out and fucking demolish.
Yeah,
Just to be like,
they
oh.
are going to be fucking
Yeah.
unstoppable.
You know
now.
what? I almost think the Eels. Pardon me now. Clear. They're all going to be all Devo.
No, I don't think so.
They'll
No,
rip.
no,
They'll
but this
rip.
is perfect for them. They go
Yeah.
back to where where the game's super slow and they're playing a dog shit side in front of 8,000 people on a Sunday afternoon. Like that's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
No pressure. No one. Like you're playing against like fifth graders essentially. You know what I mean?
That's Parramatta.
That's paramount.
Oh, fucking hell.
No, what's
Titans Broncos.
Broncos. But it is Kieran Foran's 35th birthday. So not nothing.
Granddaddy.
Not nothing.
Granddaddy.
Yeah.
All right, we're done and dusted. I'm so fucking tired. I need to go to bed.
We work too hard, don't we?
We fucking work way too
work
hard, bro.
So hard, man.
We are hard workers, and I'm just like, just gonna pat myself on the back for how hard I work.
Yeah. Credit to us for how hard we work.
It's crazy how hard we work, and
We deserve a break.
I'm
Mate,
hungover.
We deserve a break.
I'm going to go into our office and I'm going to lay
We
down
deserve
on
a
the
break.
couch.
Like I should be given a break.
I need to go on holidays, dude.
No, dude.
I don't think anyone in New South Wales should have to work today after yesterday.
Except the team. They should be in the fucking...
so the team
they
should be doing
out on the
everyone's
road
job
picking
for
up
them.
No,
trash.
you know what you should do?
Digging ditches
Make
and
the
shit.
team watch everyone else work. Like, you know, you punish them and you say, yeah, you know what? You're going to sit on the sideline and watch everyone else go to work hungover.
I'll say this. You're fucking lucky you don't live in North Korea because a lot of you'd be up in the mines. You'd be in a gulag
Yeah, you
somewhere.
would.
You'd be in Siberia living in a fucking train carriage cutting down trees for 40 years.
Fucking hell. All right, we're going to go fuck ourselves. See you later.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.